Let me tell you a story about Zomo. Zomo the rabbit. He is not big, he's not strong, but he is very clever. There came a time when Zomo wanted more than cleverness. He wanted wisdom, and so he went to Skyguard to ask for it. Zomo, it is not so simple, said Skyguard. To gain wisdom, you must earn it. How? Asked Zomo. To gain wisdom, you must first do 3 impossible things, said Skyguard. Like what? Asked Zomo. Bring me the scales of big fish in the sea, the milk of wild cow, and the tooth of leopard, and I will grant you wisdom. I will try, said Zomo. Zomo went down to the edge of the sea, and he sat down in the sand to think. And while he was thinking, he began to play his drum. Way down at the bottom of the sea, Big Fish heard Zomo's drum, and he swam up to the surface to see what all the noise was. Big Fish liked Zomo's drum music, and so he came up out of the water and began to dance on the sand. When Zomo saw Big Fish dancing, he got an idea, and he began to play his drum a little bit faster. Big Fish began to dance a little bit faster. Faster and faster Zomo played his drum. Faster and faster Big Fish danced. He danced so fast. His scales fell off. Big Fish was naked. Splash! He jumped back into the water. Carefully, Zomo picked up the scales of Big Fish and put them into his hat for safekeeping. Then Zomo hopped away into the forest. In the forest, Zomo climbed to the top of a tall palm tree to have a look around and to see what was what. From the top of the palm tree, he could see Wild Cow grazing not so far away. Ha 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 ha, called Zomo. You are not so big, you are not so strong. Who is that laughing at me? Said Wild Cow. It is me, called Zomo. I say you are not even strong enough to knock down this little tree. Well, Wild Cow got angry and she ran at that tree to knock it down. But Wild Cow forgot. Palm trees are soft. And when she hit that palm tree, thump, her horns got stuck. Quickly Zomo slid down the tree, turned his drum upside down, and filled it with the milk of Wild Cow. By the time Wild Cow got unstuck, Zomo was far away. Next, Zomo went to the top of High Hill, to the path where he knew Leopard walked every day. And at the very pinnacle of the path, Zomo carefully took a few of the fish scales and spread them out onto the path. And then Zomo carefully spilled just a little of the milk of Wild Cow onto the fish scales. Then Zomo went to the bottom of the hill and hid behind a big rock. By and by, Leopard came walking along. He slipped on the slippery scales and the milk, and he rolled, bumble, tumble down the path, and he hit his head, pow, on the rock. Out popped his tooth, up jumped Zomo. He caught that tooth and hopped away, quick as a rabbit. Zomo took the scales of big fish, the milk of wild cow, and the tooth of leopard back to Sky God. Sky God smiled upon Zomo. "Little rabbit," he said, "you are clever enough to do the impossible. Now I will grant you wisdom." Sky God spoke. Zomo listened. "3 things in this world are worth having," said Sky God. "Courage, good sense, and caution. Little rabbit, you have lots of courage and a bit of sense, but no caution. So, the next time you see big fish, wild cow, or leopard, better run fast." Zomo is not so big. Zomo is not so strong. But now Zomo has wisdom. And he is very, very fast.